No, there are a variety of stressed asset funds one could think of. For example, one would be a lending fund. That's not going to take assets off the banks, it's going to lend into stress situations. So take a project which has already got loans from the banks, but which needs more funding. You could lend into that, right? And then there are situations where you want to buy the asset. That looks more like a bad bank. And there the key question is at what price? I think there are lots of ideas floating around as to how price will be determined, as well as how the banks may feel confident in selling at that price. You have to see.
On the issue of transmission, as we've been discussing, time and again we have seen that there has been a disparity in terms of how lending rate cuts or increases have been passed to old borrowers as well as new borrowers. So even under the MCLR regime, you see that if the new borrowers are incrementally benefiting from a reduction in MCLR rather than the older ones.
Is that the question?
So is there any way that this divergence can be ironed out going ahead in the new system?
I don't know that it's for the RBI to iron out the divergence. If somebody is locked into a loan, they did that at the beginning. So for us to suddenly break contracts, it would not be appropriate. But if the loan allows them to move on to something else, clearly they can do that. Bunda sir, would you like to add?
Yeah, I'll just add one dimension to it. See, there are two situations. One, where are the existing borrowers who are under a base rate regime and then the MCLR is introduced. And second, within MCLR, the borrowers come in, and as the MCLR moves further, the borrowers earlier conflicted whether they remain discriminated. Within MCLR framework, there is already a provision. So there is a dynamic review of prices, and window at the best can be 1 year, where between the two set of borrowers a kind of differentiation can exist, but not after that. So in the new framework, this has already been taken care of. As far as the issue between the base rate and MCLR is concerned, I think we have already dealt with while replying to the previous question.